Good morning. This morning I started a new pattern, um, returning to an old pattern. But I was looking at this book that I had in my post this morning, The Daily Stoic, and I haven't picked it up before today, but it was sitting in my little Zen area, so I picked it up. And I turned to July 3rd, which today is, without trying to. And I heard very clearly in my mind that I needed to read out loud for everyone July 1st to 3rd information, quotes, meditations that are in here. So these three. And I don't know if you're struggling with this at home, but I'm struggling a little with my kids. I'm having a hard time providing the best example that I can to them, so they will be responsible for the things they need to be responsible for to help out. We live on a farm now, and we really need everyone's help. All hands on deck. So, July 1st meditation, this is going to be more impactful than we think it is. Just sit with that for a moment. July 1st, it says, do your job. Whatever anyone does or says, for my part, I'm bound to the good. In the same way, an emerald or gold or purple might always proclaim, whatever anyone does or says, I must be what I am and show my true colors. Marcus Aurelius, Meditation 7:15. The Stoics believed that every person, animal, and thing has a purpose or a place in nature. Even in ancient Greek and Roman times, they vaguely understood that the world was composed of millions of tiny atoms. It was this idea, this sense of interconnected cosmos, that underpinned their sense that every person and every action was part of a larger system. Everyone had a job, a specific duty. Even people who did bad things, they were doing their job of being evil, because evil is a part of life. The most critical part of this system was the belief that you, the student who has sought out Stoicism, have the most important job: to be good and to be wise, to remain the person that philosophy wished to make us. Do your job today, whatever happens. Whatever other people's jobs happen to be, do yours and be good. July 2nd, on duty and circumstance. Never shirk the proper dispatch of your duty, no matter if you are freezing or hot, groggy or well-rested, vilified or praised, not even if dying or pressed by other demands. Even dying is one of the important assignments of life, and in this, as in all else, make the most of your resources to do well the duty at hand. This is from Marcus Aurelius as well, in a passage just before in Meditations. Will this make me rich? Will people be impressed? How hard do I need to try? How long will this take? What's in it for me? Should I do this other thing instead? These are the questions we ask ourselves amid the day's opportunities and obligations. Marcus Aurelius had many responsibilities, as those who hold executive power do. He judged cases, heard appeals, sent troops into battle, appointed administrators, approved budgets. A lot rode on his choices and actions. Should he do this or that? What about this concern or that concern? When would he get to enjoy himself? The simple reminder above was a way to cut through the Gordian knot of incentives, complaints, fears, and competing interests. It's what we must use to decide what we do in each and every phase of life. Morality can be complicated. but the right thing is usually clear and intuitive enough to feel in our gut. Our duty is rarely easy, but it is important. It's also usually the harder choice, but we must do it anyways. That one fires me up a little. July 3rd, turn have to into get to. The task of a philosopher, we should bring our will into harmony with whatever happens, so that nothing happens against our will and nothing that we wish for fails to happen. That was Epictetus from Discourses 2:14-7, which I thought was really interesting because today's July 3rd and I turned to a page that had a 2, 4, and a 7 on it. Those are the numbers I see when I need to know things. A long to-do list seems intimidating and burdensome. All these things we have to do in the course of a day or a week. But a get-to-do list sounds like a privilege. All the things we're excited about the opportunity to experience. This isn't just semantic playing. It is a central facet of the philosopher's worldview. Today, don't try to impose your will on the world. Instead, see yourself as fortunate to receive and respond to the will in the world. Stuck in traffic? A few wonderful minutes to relax and sit. Your car broke down after idling for so long? What a nice nudge to take a long walk the rest of the day. A swerving car driven by a distracted cell phone wielding idiot nearly hit you as you were walking and soaked you head to toe with muddy water. What a reminder about how precarious our existence is and how silly it is to get upset about something as trivial as being late or having trouble with your commute. Kidding aside, it might not seem like it makes a big difference to see life as something you have to do versus get to do, but there is a huge, magnificent difference. So if you checked out my page this morning, I shared about my morning walk today. I got up and just felt a renewed sense of what I needed to do for myself. And then that led to a renewed sense of what needed to be done on the land and a renewed sense of what needed to be done inside my kitchen that I haven't got to yet, but that's what I get to do next because I'm here. I woke up this morning. I get to do these things. So July 4th, which is tomorrow, so a happy Independence Day to my American friends. This is for you. Protect your own good in all that you do. And as concerns everything else, take what is given as far as you can make reasoned use of it. If you don't, you'll be unlucky, prone to failure, hindered and stymied. That was Epictetus from Discourses. So when we have it, we need to use it, all of it. Because the choice to use it is ourselves. We make that choice. It's in us. No one can tell us what to do. We can trick ourselves into believing that someone else is telling us what to do. But the choice in each moment to do anything is solely yours and mine. And so this connects back to self-care, is how you take your power back. This was the message I got with my supplements this month. Amazing company. The goodness inside you is like a small flame, and you are its keeper. It's your job today and every day to make sure that it has enough fuel, that it doesn't get obstructed or snuffed out. Every person has their own version of the flame and is responsible for it just as you are. If they all fail, the world will be much darker. That is something you don't control. But as long as your flame flickers, there will be some light in the world. So, my challenge, of course there's a challenge. Why wouldn't there be a challenge? My challenge to you today is to take care of your fire inside, to take your power back, to realize what you need to do for yourself in this moment, in all moments, and to realize what your responsibility is in anything that you are trying to change, that you get to change. And go do that today and every day.